I learned a lot from it. It was a good learning experience.
We also learned a whole lot of things about history of the world and of New York.
I like the fun activities that she's come up with. It made learning really fun.
I think Cheryl just brings something that we can't bring to the classroom. I mean, they're very close to her. They find it very engaging, her lessons.
She's exciting, and they're always excited when she comes because it's just it's sort of like an adventure. We don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think the point is for us to understand what really happened.
We were kind of going from a long time ago to more modern day. So we started, that was millions.
When you came here, we started from the beginning of the earth all the way to the revolution, and then
This year really shows them how New York has changed throughout the course of time.
Really going from the beginning where it was nothing, it was just grass and water and trees, and then how it evolved to the city that we know today.
How she didn't just go straight to New Amsterdam time. She showed what the New York has been through to get to what it is today. The land of many hills, and the Americans, all leading up to American Revolution. She taught us about how the land evolved.
How it was Manhattan and then how it evolved into New York over time.
I think also the artifacts that she brings in are really important and engaging. And I think that by having something that the kids can hold in their hands, it just brings another layer of what we're teaching.
She just made it, I don't know really how she made it different, but it was she made us do maths, we had to draw stuff. It wasn't plain old books we had to read. The projects we do are more exciting for the students.
And are very interested in this topic.
And invested. I feel they were very invested, especially in this mapping project.
Miss Cheryl, when we asked questions, she really explained it.
She's always eager to answer their questions and wants to hear from them.
Most kids don't like social studies, but when Miss Cheryl teaches it this way, kids are gonna like it more. Actually, really interesting what she taught us.
Yeah, every day, when I look at the schedule and I see Miss Cheryl coming in the morning, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, she really explained the details so that we really understood, because sometimes you can misunderstand history, and it's really important for you to know what really happened.
It was called Looking is Learning.
Just looking at something, you can learn about it.
You don't explain what it is, you just say what it is. You just say what you see.
It taught us to look before we make guesses.
I think that it's a really great way to begin the lessons because it really pulls the kids in and engages them instead of just coming at them with facts and information. They get to sort of be the decision makers of what they see and what is what stands out for them.
And you just have to look closely, not just look at it. You just see,
Observe and tell her what we observe. You don't always have to get explained to learn something. Sometimes if you just look at something, it'll explain it to you. You don't have to evaluate it. Is this right or is this wrong? Does this make sense? You can just say it, and then maybe it'll spark some other question from somebody else.
So when Miss Cheryl taught it, we were impacted, and we were we liked learning it. Yeah.
But most of the time, 90% of the time, looking is a better way of learning. Instead of someone explaining every small little detail, can you just explain it for yourself? You have to actually think yourself, and you don't just have somebody telling you what to think.
Looking is learning has become a phrase that I now use in my own teaching often, and it really applies to any subject: science, math, social studies.
When I was going to bed, I couldn't stop thinking about all this stuff. is just like really interesting and
Yeah.
amazing.
Like,
Sometimes, like when I'm in the car, if my parents have like questions about like names before New York, I can just answer them.
Every day I went home from school and we had Cheryl. I was always telling my mom the new stuff I learned. I would tell my parents about it.
The kids are going home and they're sharing what they're learning here with their parents, and then the parents are getting excited that the kids are excited about this.
Who did you learn it from? And I always say my social studies teacher, Cheryl.
I mean, I've had parents at conferences kind of comment on like, how are we to get Miss McGinnis again? Like, is that going to continue to happen?
me and my dad, we went hiking, and it was just incredible. Like, I saw everything from a kind of bit different perspective. Like,
You could search this stuff up on a computer, but you wouldn't be able to understand. The computer wouldn't make sure you understand it.
she really made it clear for us.
Yeah. I definitely learned a lot about the past.
Everything really felt connected
yeah.
and tied together this year. Yeah.
It's really important to understand how there's bad things and good things. Basically, even as a life lesson, there's definitely going to be bad things in life and good things in life.